So she's not waiting for you to say the right thing. She's waiting for her nervous system to feel safe. That's why you can get the words perfect and she still shuts down.
Welcome to Reforged, a podcast by the Authentic Masculinity Project, a place where we have raw conversation about modern masculinity, capacity, complexity, integration, and authenticity.
Hi guys, and welcome back to Reforged. My name is Scott Austin Martin. I am a licensed professional counselor, a somatic processing trauma therapist, and a very proactive relationship transformation coach. Today, I want to talk about something that's going to completely, potentially, reframe how you think about intimacy and presence. So we spend so much time obsessing over the right words, the right moves, the right strategies, and we miss the actual thing her body, her neural system is looking for. Safety. She's not waiting for you to say the right thing. She's waiting for herself to feel the right safety. Not the safety of logic, not the safety of scripts, the safety of your nervous system. So masculine energy isn't a role. And we talk about this so many times that men are moving into performance masculinity, and it's masculinity. It's not even a behavior, really. It's masculine energy is a frequency. It's a vibration she can feel in her body, where she's no longer looking around the room for safety because you are safety. And here's the truth: if her let's say cup, if her cup is cracked from old traumas, maybe long before you and her ever met, or from the residue of resentments before or inside your relationship that haven't been emptied yet, then she might not have capacity to receive your energy. And if she does, it might taste bitter, not because you're wrong, but because of the residue that hasn't been cleared. So your role as a man isn't to fix the cracks or scrub the residue. It's to hold her in a way that gives her room to empty it without you abandoning her. So she's not waiting for you to say the right thing. She's waiting for her nervous system to feel safe. That's why you can get the words perfect and she still shuts down. Or you can stumble through, but if your body is calm, your breath is steady, and your presence is open, she begins to soften. Her nervous system is scanning you all the time. Your tone, your eyes, your breath, whether you leak or contain. That's what tells her if she can open or if she needs to brace. So when we look at the four pillars, path, presence, process, strategy, like we can talk about strategy all day long, and most men, that's what they really want to talk about. But those first three, understanding where your energy is leaking and how that got that way, and then practicing presence so that you come out of a story of victimhood, we call it the needy little boy syndrome, and then process, like literally find the places that you're leaking where you're flipping your polarity and going into victimhood and having a defense mechanism instead of down regulating that so that you can find your foundation and then provide her that foundation also. So if your energy is leaking, maybe it's pouring out into porn, into endless scrolling, into other women, into anger, or even into overworking. A lot of times we'll spend time being with what is successful when we can't figure out where we're not within our life, like our relationship. So then her nervous energy, her system, it doesn't trust it doesn't trust that you have the capacity to hold her. And if she doesn't trust that, she can't storm. And brother, she needs to storm. Like the storm isn't drama. The storm is her body's way of clearing the charge, emptying the residue, resetting her system. If she feels like you can't contain it, she either suppresses herself, which builds resentment, or she unleashes it in a way that blows everything apart. So your containment as a man, it doesn't have to be storm proof. It's storm ready. It means that you can stand in the middle of the thunder and not collapse, right? So what are some practical steps? Well, you got to patch your leaks. Ask yourself, where's my energy bleeding out? Where am I not sovereign? Where am I not her king? All right. And this is a mistake a lot of men make, is something goes wrong in the relationship and they try to put a woman up on a pedestal. And the problem with that is that I don't know of a single Disney princess that ever fantasized about being up on a pedestal looking down on her husband. If you want her to be your queen, you got to step up into being her king. So you got to close those holes. Where are you leaking? Get yourself back before you try to get her back. Regulate your body. Before you walk into the room, breathe, drop your shoulders. Your presence is louder than your words, like anchor in curiosity, almost like the panther that's about to attack. Like you're studying, you're trying to feel, you're bringing presence, you're bringing a penetration of your understanding. And instead of defending or fixing or blocking or projecting or avoiding, get curious about what she's feeling right now. Like stay steady in her storm. Don't abandon her. Don't fight. Don't fix. Just hold and let her empty. And that will rebuild trust over time. Safety isn't declared, it's demonstrated over and over and over. So here's the shift. Stop trying to win intimacy through words. Stop trying to fix her heart with logic, especially if you don't understand what her love language is in the first place. Like your job isn't to avoid her storms or to silence them. Your job is to be the ground so that she can storm against without losing herself. Be big enough for her rage. Because if you're not big enough for her rage, she'll go somewhere else that is. And in the process, if you can ground, like you'll find your own nervous system getting stronger. You'll find that masculine frequency in your body that says, I can hold, I can contain, I can be here. So brothers, ask yourself today, where am I leaking? Where am I trying to say the right thing instead of being the safe thing? Right? Because your woman isn't waiting for a perfect line. She's waiting for your nervous system to tell the truth that you can hold her even if it's in the storm. Thank you for listening to Reforged. Remember to like and subscribe for more.